So inshallah we're going to start. So this is the ayat number 60 of Surah Al-Baqarah, and the topic is still about the Bani Israel, and they are in the desert area after moving from Egypt to Palestine, in the desert of Sinai. At that time there is no water in the desert. So Musa alayhi salam made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for providing the water for the people in the desert. So this is what the ayat is about. So we'll do a simple translation first. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Wa idis tasqa Musa." And when Musa asked for water in the desert, Musa alayhi salam made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give water to the tribes of Bani Israel. لِقَوْمِهِ, for his people, for his tribes. There were 12 tribes, and he made dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provide water for them. فَقُلْنَا, so we said, here we is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said, idrib, strike or hit, bi'asakal hajar, the stone, there was a stone or there's some rock, with your stick or with your staff. So when Musa alayhi salam did that, fanfajarat, so there came out gushing, minhu, from it, from that rock, isnata ashra, 12 aynan springs. So there are 12 different water springs came out from the rock. This must be a pretty big rock. So the water came out and it started flowing in 12 different directions. 12 springs came out. Qad alima, so found out, kullu unasim, each group of people, each unasim is each tribe, you can say, mashrabahum, their place of drinking water. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Kulu washrabu, eat and drink, mir rizqillahi, from the rizq, from the provision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wala ta'asaw, and do not go around, fil ardi, in the land, mufsidin, being those who spread corruption. So this is the gist of the ayah. So the ayah starts with wa idis tasqa. So wa and id is means past tense, when. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning the time and when, sometimes in the past. Okay. Then the next word starts with these three letters, Sin, Qaf and Ya. This means to drink. Saqa means to drink. The word saqi is the person who provides the drink. Saqa. Now these are three letters. So they belong to the Bab, which is called Bab-e-Fa'ala. Okay. And if I put Alif, Sin and Ta in the beginning, Ist, this will become Istaf'ala. Istaf'ala. So this will become Istasqa. Ist and Sin, Qaf, Ya. Saqa. This means to ask for water. Istasqa. So whenever we put ist in the beginning, it becomes a different group of words. It's called Bab-e Istafala. And the meaning comes about asking. For example, Ghafara means to forgive. When you put ist in the beginning, it becomes Istaghfara. Istaghfara means asking for forgiveness. Okay, so difference between Ghafara and Istaghfara is that it brings the meaning of asking for that thing. So here the same thing, saqa means to drink, istasqa means asking for water to drink. Okay? So the meaning of this word is also the past tense. Istasqa means he asked for water. So what is istasqa is the word. Okay? When you read it together, then you combine the zal with the sin and do not pronounce the alif here. So it will sound wa is tasqa. Otherwise, separately wa is, and the word is tasqa. Is tasqa. Which is exactly the same word. Is tasqa. If you combine that, then this will become is tasqa. He asked for water. Who asked for water? The name is, proper name is there. Musa. So when Musa asked for water, Musa alayhi salam asked for water. Wa is tasqa, and when asked for water, and Musa is Moses in English. So when Musa alayhi salam asked for water, asked for water means he made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to provide water to his people who were in the desert at that time, the Bani Israel. Okay. Now the next word is liqawmihi. Okay. So the word is qawmun. Qawmun is the word, it means people. Okay. And in this particular case, Bani Israel. Okay. Qawmun, and who means his? His means Musa alayhi salam. Okay. So when you combine these two, this will become qawmuhu. Qawmuhu. Okay, when we combine these two things, one dhamma goes away, it becomes qawmuhu. In Arabic it means his people. Okay. Okay. Now if I put one more thing here, which is lam with a kasra, which means for. Li means for. Okay. Now lam with a kasra is a harf jar, and what it does, it looks at the next word, and if there is a dhamma here, it changes into a kasra. So this word becomes liqawmi. Okay. Its pronunciation changes, it becomes liqawmi. Okay. So this is the effect of this letter li, that whenever it has a next word, which is a noun, has a dhamma, it changes to a kasra. So you will pronounce it liqawmi. Okay. Now what happens that this next letter has a sound of hu. Okay. In the pronunciation and tajweed, this is also pronounced as a kasra. Okay. So this becomes qawmihi. The effect of lam is only on mim, but this changes because of the rule of the tajweed, the pronunciation. So the full word will be liqawmihi, which means for his people. Originally words are very different, but it was qawmun, it was a hu, and it was a li. When you combine these three together, the sound will be liqawmihi, meaning for his people. Okay? So this becomes for his people. And his people are Bani Israel. Okay? Because they are in desert and there is no water, so he made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he asked for water for his people. لِقَوْمِهِ. Okay. So this is the statement that came out from Musa alayhi salam. Okay. Now in the same ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is replying by saying فَقُلْنَا. So the word is fa and qulna. Fa means so or then, both meanings are okay. This word qulna starts from these letters qaf, waw and lam. This means to say. Qaf, waw, lam means to say. And if we have these three letters fa, an and lam, which means to do, if we put a na at the end, it becomes fa'alna, which means we did. So that's how we make it past tense of first person plural. We put a na at the end and the meaning becomes we plus plural past tense did. Okay? So if we do the same thing here, this will become qaf, waw, lam and na. Awalna. Okay? Exactly the same rule, same Arab. The word becomes qawalna, means we said. Okay? Now, what happens in this case? This waw is a weak letter, and a fatha doesn't go with the waw. So it drops out, but it moves its sound on qaf. Sound of waw is u. So qaf becomes with the sound of this, waw goes away, and the word becomes qulna. Qulna means we said, that's the word in the Quran. And we said. Where we is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that when Musa asked for water for his people, then we said. That's a reply from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we said. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replied to Musa alayhi salam. Okay? So we said. Okay? The next word starts with these three letters, Dwad, Ra and Ba. Okay? This has several meanings. Daraba means to say something or to mention something. Daraba also means to strike or hit something. Okay? So the meaning here that we will be using is strike. To hit something or to strike something. Daraba. Okay? And if I put it alif and kasra, and make it like that. Idrib. Idrib is a command. Commands mean strike or hit. Idrib means strike or hit. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Musa alayhi salam that strike. Okay? It's a command. And it means strike. So this you can say daraba means to strike. When it becomes command, it is an order from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala which says do something. And what is that? Hit something. Strike something. Okay? The next word is made of three parts: B, Asa, and Ka. Okay. B means wiggle. Asa means a stick or a staff. Okay. Like asa you walk with or hold. Like in the old days, all these people who were in the desert or farmers or shepherds, all those, they carry a long stick with them. Okay, so that's called asa. So Musa alayhi salam also had the asa, and this was the same asa that was changed into the snake when he was given the miracle. So he had a stick or an asa with him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, asa means stick or staff, ka means your. With your stick or with your staff. Strike or hit with your stick. And what to strike or what to stick? The word is Hajarun. Hajarun means a rock or a stone. Hajarun means a rock or a stone. Okay, so they're probably in the desert, there was a big rock or big stone somewhere. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Musa alayhi salam, strike this rock with your stick. Bi asakal hajara. Now, if I put an al before that, al means da. Da means now there was some special rock or some special stone, not just go and strike any stone, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala pointed that this is the rock, this is the big stone there. Go and hit your stick on that stone. Okay, so that particular one is al-hajj. So when we put al, one dhamma goes away, that's the rule when you make a proper noun. So it becomes al-hajaru. So this becomes al-hajaru. Al-hajaru means the rock, the stone. Okay? And when we make a sentence, the one rule you should always know that if a noun comes after a verb, a dhamma changes to fatha, like khalaqal insana. So strike is a verb here, and hajar is a noun. So this noun will be hajara instead of hajaru because of the word strike. Okay? If it's separately, it is al-hajar. Okay? But when it comes after a verb, then its sound becomes fatah sound. So this becomes the stone. strike with your stick that rock, some rock. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned. Okay. So Musa alayhi salam did that. He went to that rock and he took his stick and he hit it, the rock or the stone, whatever that big thing was there. Musa alayhi salam did. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says what happened when he did that. The word is fanfajarat. Okay, so let's look at that word. Okay. So the word starts with fajara. Fa, jim and ra. Okay. These are three letters. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the meaning because the actual word that we need, if I put an in with that, in, and keep these three letters, fa, jim and ra, so the word becomes infajara. Infajara means something gushing out of the ground, something like boiling out of the ground somewhere. Infajara means something comes out of the ground, like a fountain. Okay, so that's the meaning. And in English there is a word gush out, like the spring of the water. When it comes out of the ground, it comes out fast, boiling up. Okay? That's called infajara. The word, Arabic word for that kind of action is infajara, gushing out. Okay? So now, let's look at again our three letters, fa, a and lam. Means to do, if I combine these like that, fa, a, la means heeded. Okay? If I put three fathas, the meaning is fa, a, la, the meaning is he, third person, and the past tense he did. So this is masculine, he. If I put a ta at the end, fa'a lat, she did. So it becomes a feminine gender. Okay. Okay. So if I do the same thing, it will become infajarat. This one becomes in fajarat. In fajarat. In fajarat means she came out. She gushed out. Why we are using the word she? Because in Arabic, hajar is a feminine gender. Everything in Arabic has a gender. It is masculine or feminine. Hajar, rock, in Arabic is a feminine gender. So for hajar we are using fan fajara. If it was some other word, then it will be in fajara. If it was a masculine word, it will be, the rule is this. If it is a feminine, you put a ta at the end. If it is a masculine, you don't put a ta at the end. So here there is a ta, which means this fajara, hajara, has a feminine gender. Fan fajarat, gushed out from it. Actually gushed out. And the word minhu, min, who, min means from, and who means it. Minhu, from it, from the rock. Gushed out from the rock. What came out? The water came out of the rock. So fan fajarat, gushed out from it. And it is pointing to the rock, al-hajara. So came out really fast, boiling up, something came out. Okay. From it, from the rock. So when Musa alayhi salam struck or hit the rock, something came out gushing, boiling from the rock. Fanfajarat minhu, from it. Okay, something boiled out from it, gushed out from it. Okay. Now let's look at the other three words after that. The words are isnata ashrata. Nata ashrata ainan. Fine. Thank you. Ithnata ashrata ainan, and if you stop it, you say aina. Okay. So what does this mean? Ithnata means two. Ithnata means two. Ashrata means 10. So Ithnata ashrata means 12. Okay. So this means 2 and ashrata means 10. So this word means 12. Ithnata ashrata means 12. Okay. Ainan, the word, actual word is ainan, ainun. Ainun means spring. A spring of water. A spring of water. Ainun. Now, in Arabic, even the words have gender, the count, numbers. Okay. In Arabic, the counts have gender. Okay. For example, you will see the word wahid and you will see the word wahid. Wahid, or wahidun, or wahidatun. If the thing you are talking about is masculine and you want to count that, then you will use the word wahid for that. And if the thing you are talking about is feminine, then you will use wahidatun for that. For example, if you have a student, okay, talib ilm, talib, a male student, then you will say wahid talibun. But if you're talking about a girl student, you will say wahidatun talibatun. Taliba or talibatun is a feminine student. Okay. We use the word talib